Well, guys, welcome to the channel. Hope you're all having a blessed day. Just got a bit of a funny message for you guys. It's fun, not message, but word. My own little word. Not biblical or nothing, but it's just my own little yeah, my own little video. But yeah, guys, I was just thinking to myself, look, we know in the Bible it says, does it say? It says, there were giants on the earth in those days, where the Nephilim, where the sons of God saw the daughters of man were beautiful and took them in marriage. Basically, it means it's probably talking about fallen angels, but it could be talking about it's probably talking about fallen angels, to be honest. The disobedient ones married women. Do you know what I mean? The daughters of men, and hence there was giants in those days. Giants on the earth. We don't know how big those giants were. We just know there were giants. Yeah, you have to wonder as well, like these mythical creatures, like these mythical creatures kind of thing that they talk about in the Greek mythology and Norse mythology and stuff, like the Pegasus and stuff like that. Horses with wings. You have to wonder if that had something to do with the angels. I don't know whether maybe the disobedient ones mated with animals. I do not know. Who knows? Do you know what I mean? It's very hard to say, but who knows? Do you know what I mean? That's all I can say really. But yeah, I told you it was a funny message, funny word. Well, there's nothing really funny about it, but you know what I mean. So yeah. Who knows, guys? Who knows? But yeah, it does say there was giants on the earth in those times. You know, the men of renown, the men of might, the mighty men of valor. So yeah, and that was the angels having taken the women, the daughters of man in marriage, and having kids by them basically, and the turned into the Nephilim or giants, like I think that was the Nephilim, the giants, weren't it? Yeah. So yeah, that's why you get some really tall people. They're probably descendants of the Nephilim. Do you know what I mean? Really, really tall people, like they're probably descendants of the Nephilim. Who's to say whether it was the disobedient angels or not? Do you know what I mean? Who's to say whether by the word, they must have been disobedient, but whether they were the fallen angels, who knows? It could have been the good angels who were tempted by the daughters of man. Do you know what I mean? And just made an error, and God could have forgiven them. Do you know what I mean? Who really knows? Do you know what I mean? But chances are it was the disobedient ones, the fallen ones. But who knows? Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't know really. You wouldn't know for sure. Do you know what I mean? But I just think it's more likely to be that it was the fallen ones because they fell from heaven to the earth, and as the Bible states, and So I think it must have been the disobedient ones, to be honest, the fallen ones. And like Pegasus, animals with wings, do you know what I mean? Like, not animals with wings, 'cause some animals have got wings, God made them that way, like the birds and stuff like that. But when you look at animals such as the Pegasus and stuff like that, you have to wonder if it wasn't angels having fallen angels having relations with animals. You have to wonder, do you know what I mean? I'm not saying this because I'm perverted. I'm just saying, like, just getting your head around it. It's like it could have happened. Do you know what I mean? It could have. Do you know what I mean? Because they were wrong in the thinking anyway. Do you know what I mean? So obviously, because they were disobedient to the Lord. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. With the other gods, like sometimes I wonder if the other gods are just fallen angels or if there are whether there were fallen angels posing as humans or whether what do you call it, God allowed man to go his own way in the beginning and they got power that way, through the resources of the earth, through the different technologies they had. Who knows? Do you know what I mean? It's hard to say. Do you know what I mean? Really is hard to say for sure. That's all I can say. It is hard to say. Like, do you know what I mean? It just is. But like I said, they're the good guys. Like I said in the previous videos, that the gods may not be the main god, but they're the good guys still. But are they the good guys? I mean, I don't really know, to be honest with you. We don't know. We weren't around in those times. Do you know what I mean? It could have been fallen angels. Odin could have been a fallen angel. Thor could have been a fallen angel. Um, Poseidon, Zeus, you name them, the African gods, all the other gods that could have been fallen angels. But yes, who knows really? Do you know what I mean? Who really knows? Or there could have been, like I say, God could have let them go their own way in those times, and they could have known stuff about technology and about other things that we didn't know about, and they could have left the earth and they could have developed life. They could have lived on other planets, and who knows? Do you know what I mean? We don't know. Do you know what I mean? Or the fallen angels could have life on other planets. You wouldn't know. Who knows? Do you know what I mean? It's all a mystery. It's all a mystery, guys. I don't think we'll ever know. Do you know what I mean? Not until we get to heaven. Perhaps I'm looking forward to having these conversations with God, because I want to know I want to know the mysteries of the earth and how things happened. The Bible does tell you a lot, but there are still some things that are kind of sketchy. Do you know what I mean? That yeah, it doesn't necessarily piece together everything, but it does piece together a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like the dinosaurs, for example. I mean, it's that's a mystery. Do you know what I mean? I mean, like, obviously there was Leviathan and Behemoth in those times, in the biblical times, which were like giant lizards, giant sea creatures. So so yeah, it does talk about dinosaurs, kind of. The Bible does. there's no doubt about it, and it does mention it, so that could be a factor there to explain the dinosaurs and stuff. Um, but there's still mysteries, there's still a lot of mysteries and stuff. Stuff that can't be explained. You don't need to talk to God Himself to find out the hidden mysteries of of Earth's existence, and um, but I do at the same time I do believe God created the Earth. I do believe He did give us all the animals and all the life forms on there. I do believe that, but I think fallen angels probably, like I said, yeah, who knows? I mean, it could be anything. It could be like fallen angels could have done experiments on lizards or anything. No, I don't think that was the case, because at the end of the day, God says Leviathan existed back then and stuff like that. So if a giant lizard existed back then and Behemoth, a giant sea creature, then it just goes to show, like, do you know what I mean? That they did exist. But I don't know how you can explain all the fossils to do with the dinosaurs and um, the winged dinosaurs and everything. I don't know how you can explain all that sort of stuff. But at the same time, I still believe God did create the earth and give us all the animals to eat. I believe that 100%. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt what God says. I don't believe He's lying, and if He is lying, it's to protect us. But I don't believe He is lying. So you know what I mean. So yeah, it's very hard to say. Do you know what I mean? But I do believe that. Well, He's not lying. He's not lying. He's definitely not lying, because, like it says, these dinosaurs are nothing in the eyes of God, because at the end they're a lot to us. Obviously, that's scary to us, no doubt, but to God they're nothing, because if His angels can make stars fall from the sky, how big's a dinosaur compared to a star? How powerful is a dinosaur compared to a star? Do you know what I mean? The energy a star has, so, or the sun even. So, do you know what I mean? So they're nothing to God. Yeah, so that's all I can say, guys. So He wouldn't lie. He's got no reason to lie. Absolutely zero reasons to lie. Do you know what I mean? There's answers to all this stuff. It's hard to piece together. You wouldn't know unless you were there. There's the thing about history. You can't know everything because you weren't there. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, I don't know whether they're gods or fallen angels posing as kings, and um, or whether it was God let man go his own way, and they got the technology to leave the earth and set up life on other planets. I don't really know. It's hard to say, guys. It really is. Really is hard to say. I don't know. It's a mystery, guys. I can't get my head around it. I just can't. I'm a thinker. I try and think things through logically, scientifically. But some things you just don't know the answers to, and that's just the way it is. But yeah, anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. So take care. God bless. Much love, and I'll be back soon. Take care. Love you all.